Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Beatrice and today I'm talking about my job hunting experiences. It all started in campus when I decided to get my internship early. The goal was not to tarmac. After I finished campus, and I did, I got a job at that company where I worked for 2 years, but the job ended and the hustle started. I had applied for so many jobs and there were so many. My friend would joke and tell me one day tapata na CV yangu ikifunga nyama kwa butchery because I had applied for so many. And one day I got a call. It was about a job I had applied, and it's true, it was an NGO organization. I had applied for that job, and this person calls me and tells me, am I speaking to Beatrice Busharia? And I'm like, yes. So tomorrow you're scheduled for an interview and you need to come with your medical records. And our organization, we do medical records at Avenue Hospital. So you have to go there and get your medical whatever so that you can come with them tomorrow. It was around 3 and I live far away from Avenue Hospital. It's like opposite world. So I asked the person, because I'm very far, I cannot be able to make it to Avenue Hospital, kindly advise on what I can do. And the person told me, let me give you the doctor's number, our doctor's number, so that you can organize. He gives me the number. I ring the person and I'm like, hi, my name is Beatrice Busharia. I've been referred by so-and-so. And I wanted you to advise me what I'm going to do because I'm very far. I cannot make it for the medical checkup. Yet I have to go to the interview tomorrow. And he was like, oh, Dr. Masharia, Modoanyo, but that's what he said, Modoanyo. But I was like, dear Jesus, thank you. And we organized ourselves and he was like, people are paying 2,500 for it. So send me the money and I'll send you medical results. I sent him the email. I had prepared, I had gotten someone to look after my baby because by then I didn't have a nanny. And I went to the salon. It was around 5. I called the person. I'm still waiting for the medical results, and he was like, Beatrice, you sent 2,500. I had told you, I think he had said 3,000 or what, but I sent him 1,500 more. So after that, it was now 7 p.m. I'm still checking my email, refreshing my email. I still don't have the medical records, and tomorrow I have to be at the interview. So I call again. This time a lady picks up, and that's when I knew I had been conned and I had lost my money. So call, the lady picks, she doesn't speak. It was a very noisy place. I think they were in the club, and that's how I was conned. Well, desperately looking for a job because for real all the signs were there, but I was so desperate for that job. And mind you, the money I sent him, it was an emergency saving money for my baby. Just in case anything happens, I had saved that money for my baby. And that's how I lost my money. Then the following day, I get another call. Beatrice, you have been referred. I think I had sent my CV so many places I couldn't even remember. This person calls me and tells me, I've referred to you and you have a job opportunity for packaging milk. And I'm like, kupanga maziwa kwa box. It's like, yes, the salary is 25,000. You'll be working from Monday to Friday from 8, he said 4. I was like, I'm in. But I had been conned once. I was not going to be conned again. He told me the catch was I had to send his boss 2,500 for an employee tag. And asked him again, what do you mean employee tag? And now he was like, he made it like it was a matter of urgency. And the boss was very mad at me because I had not called yet. So I called the boss and he was like, hello. So I was referred to you by a very good friend of mine, and we're shortlisting today. So It was so funny, but it was very annoying. So I just didn't. When he told me it was for the money for name tag, that's when I was like, nah. So the second time he called, I was like, hey, my friend, zile pesa umekuwa na watu leo lazima utanitumia thao. And you guess what he told me? That I just have to give him one number which he's going to con, and when that person pays, he's going to pay me. So meaning someone had given out my number to this person. I don't know whether it's my enemy, my friend, I don't know, but whoever gave out my number, see you. So I didn't get conned that time. So then another incident where I went for this job at this big media house company. I had been referred by someone for an interview, and I woke up so early, and it was the first time leaving my baby ever. Since I had him, it was the first time. I was there by 7 with my 2 heels, official, looking good, feeling good. But the person came at 11. I was not complaining because that's how the job works. Sometimes people are held up, sometimes people are in meetings or whatever the case was. But when he started interviewing us, we were 3 ladies. He told us, when you told, tell me about yourself. And from the research that I had done that time, you're supposed to talk about your education background and all that. And every time I gave an answer, he told me, no, that's not what I'm looking for. No. Then he gave me an example about him, his personal life and all that. So that's when I told him that I have a son. And he asked me if I was married, and I said no. And he gave me a lecture about having child out of wedlock for around 15 minutes. Just about that. And I felt I didn't belong there because I should have been with my baby, and I don't understand me having a baby and working and not being married. They were not connecting, so I was so bored. And later I got a call, I think after a week. I had passed the interview, but I didn't go. I couldn't imagine that person being my boss or working with that person. He had so much negativity, and I didn't want to be around it. So I turned a job down when I was so desperate. But I had to do it. It was not a good fit for me, and I didn't like the way he judged me. The next one is a job. I went to this job interview, and they were so good. The interviewers were so good. The interview was so good until they asked me, Beatrice, what are you doing here with all this work experience? And that was my wake-up call. I was playing so low. I think myself didn't have self-confidence. I had a lot of imposter syndrome going on. I don't know what was going around with me, but it was a mess. However, it was my wake-up call that, you know what, I can do better. I can do better. So I really loved those ladies. They were so beautiful. They were so nice. They were so kind. And they helped me. That was a wake-up call for me. And I loved it. It was a good experience. So since then, I have set like goals when in preparation and research, going for interviews. Anytime I get an interview, I try to research the company. I see what I bring to the table and what values I can add to the company. If it's a good fit for me, what are the job descriptions? Can I be able to do it? What are the working hours? Because I don't want a job where I'm working at night, because I've never left my baby at night with anyone. So I feel at this time I'm not ready for that. So I don't want a job where I'll be going for night shift. So I had to look right now I look for all those things. And recently I've gone for 2 interviews, and the process was amazing. I was prepared, and I loved it. I loved the interviews. I loved how I answered questions. I loved how confident I was, and I was so proud of myself. Those interviews, I was so prepared for myself. I remember even one of them, I went to a friend's place on a Sunday because the interview was on Monday 2 p.m. and we did research, preparing. I was so prepared for it. I know what I bring to the table. If you ask me what I bring to the table, I know what I bring to the table. And I stopped being so nervous and anxious because I became self-conscious. Like, if it's meant to be, it's going to be. My goal, I made it my goal to be self-confident, to speak eloquently, to speak slowly, because I used to speak faster. It's like I'm running. So to calm down, self-confidence, answer the questions. And I love those 2 interviews, and I'm so proud of myself. So, and I also vowed not to get to looking for work out of being desperate, because being conned in this Nairobi is the real. The other day I saw that advert ya packaging ya maziwa somewhere around where I live. So these people, they are there. They don't care. They are so shameless, and they are targeting people who are jobless, people who are desperate, looking for work. So don't be one of them. Do your research. Do not pay for anything. Do not pay. Sometimes it's so tempting. Sometimes you're not even aware of it. You just want the end goal. You just want the job. You forget to see all the red flags. So kindly share with me if you have ever been conned while looking for a job. Kindly share with me your job hunting experiences. And till next time, I appreciate you.